Good morning and welcome to Kielder. Where is Kielder? Halfway between Northumberland and Scotland. And we seem to be in no man's land at the moment. For today's walk, we are going to head from the source of the River North Tyne, just here, and then along the railway down towards Kielder and up to Deadwater Fell. So let's go and have a look.
Right on the border, this stone monolith marks the source of the River North Tyne, fed by the rainfall of the Cheviot foothills. This trickle, initially known as the Deadwater Burn, drains a massive blanket bog that acts as a sponge, filtering water through layers of peat and clay. From this quiet start, the river flows southeast to meet the South Tyne at Hexham, forming the main river artery of the industrial northeast.
We've taken a little detour off the railway and come to this abandoned quarry. Have a little look around. There's not much left and there's not much information about it. Next, we're going to head back down along the railway and then up that fell you can see there, Deadwater Fell. Let's see how we get on.
Tucked in the hillside lies the quiet basin of Fairloans Quarry. This thick face of Carboniferous Fell Sandstone was laid down 340 million years ago when vast river deltas deposited thick sheets of sand. Valued for its strength and clean grain, stone extracted here was used to build prominent buildings and monuments across northern England and the Scottish borders. It depended on the nearby border counties railway, with a dedicated siding providing transport for stone and local quarrymen. we're now walking along a section of the old Border Counties railway line, which we've previously visited at Riccarton Junction in one of the earlier videos we did on this channel. So it's actually good to walk along a bit that's further along from where we were and see as it crosses through the Scottish borders. It's very, very remote up here, and you can't really imagine this line running these days, but back then it used to service for goods and basically mining in the area as well. So yeah, we'll go and enjoy our little walk along here. We joined the North Tyne Trail, tracing the isolated trackbed of the former Border Counties Railway, completed in 1862. This single track line linked Hexham with the Waverley route at Riccarton Junction, a remote railway we explored in a previous video. Deadwater Station served this tiny community of just 6 houses and closed to passengers in 1956. Today it's a quiet walking trail cutting through Kielder Forest, crossing culverts that drain the peat moss into the infant North Tyne.
Kielder Forest was established in 1926 and celebrates its centenary this year, balancing industry and recreation. With England's forests almost wiped out following the timber blockades of the First World War, the Forestry Commission created England's largest strategic timber reserve on this waterlogged border moorland. It's still a colossal commercial resource, with heavily laden timber trucks hauling away harvests of Sitka spruce. Kielder has evolved into a destination for active sports, with purpose-built trails bringing a stream of mountain bikers to the woodland.
So we've crossed over from the old railway line side and we're now on the Deadwater Fell side. I think we're about halfway up at the minute. This side's a mixed use path, it's just a fire road, but there's a lot of mountain bikers and a lot of mountain bike trails here. I think there's at least 2 different trails on this side of the hill.
We've made it to the top of Deadwater Fell, and there's a huge ball on here which looks like it's to do with RAF Spadeadam, which is just over there, judging by the phone number and the fact it's for flying. It's a military base, RAF base, which has lots and lots of test flights, and it's just the other side of Kielder Forest. So quite interesting. Let's have a look around. Emerging onto the 569-metre summit of Deadwater Fell, bleak isolation collides with high-tech infrastructure for communication, utilities and defence. First are two communication masts broadcasting local media alongside the secure network used by emergency services. Towering above the heather is a prominent radome housing a Ministry of Defence surveillance radar feeding air traffic data to nearby RAF Spadeadam electronic warfare range. Utilising the Helz brutal microclimate, including severe icing events and hurricane-force winds, engineers can test how national power grid lines and fixtures endure the worst of British weather. For the final leg of our walk, we drop back into the forest. This last section offers a view of the forest life cycle, where sections of felled timber contrast with deep green of the Sitka spruce. These gaps open up sweeping vistas across the undulating border country and reveal the raw beauty of the North Pennines and Scottish hills. During the Great Depression of the 1930s, unemployed miners and shipbuilders from the northeast came here for work, enduring brutal conditions to hand-dig drainage ditches, allowing the forest to take root. Over the last century and through this walk, Kielder has shifted from a wild, barren frontier to an engineered mosaic of industry and open space.